back, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel, 5 Signals. I know it's been a while. It's been took a break roughly for about 3 months, and I'm gonna go ahead and get into why I took the break. Week after week, we was consistent in VIP, making consistent profits. Then all of a sudden, my strategy wasn't working as well. We started, having losing weeks, which is fine, but whenever you have too many losing weeks, like consistently, it's like you're not gonna make profit. Like you're not gonna come up in profit. So at that point, I was like, I'm gonna take a break, and I took a 3-month break. And during those 3 months, I was working on, a different strategy, perfecting that strategy, because at the end of the day, the difference between my signals group and different people's signals group is that, like, I'm 100% honest and transparent with y'all, and I'm not gonna send any bogus signals. Like, I'm not gonna send signals out just to send signals out to say, oh, y'all paying, X amount of dollars a month, and I'm gonna just send a random signals out, and that could be a losing signal. Like, that's not me. That never was me. I'm not gonna do that to y'all. So during those 3 months, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I lost, a lot of members, obviously, in VIP because I wasn't sending out any signals. But like I said before, I'm not gonna send out any signals that I wasn't at least like 90% sure that it's gonna head in a winning direction. But I took those 3 months off, perfected a strategy that I just brought to the group last week. That was my first week testing the strategy out in the group. It's currently sitting at 5-0, and actually it might be 6-0 because I have a trade that we're holding over the weekend, so it might be 6-0. So with that being said, I want to give y'all reasons on why my group is different from other Forex groups. Obviously, the number one reason is that I'm honest and transparent with y'all. From everything that I said before. The number 2 reason is that my stop losses are super tight now. I set my stop losses at 30 pips. So you won't have, for instance, I'm gonna give y'all an example. If let's say we take 10 trades, right? And every single last stop loss is set at 30 pips. We win 7 of them. We lose 3. So that's 30, 60, 90. So that's a negative 90, right? And let's say all my TPs, take profit 1 is at 20 pips, take profit 2 is at 30, take profit 3 is at 40, right? So let's say you're a safe trader, you want to take profit at all TP1s. So we're taking profit at 20 pips. So 20 times 7 winning trade is 140, right? 140 minus 90 is 50 pips in profit for the week. Now, I'm gonna be realistic with y'all. A lot of people say that, oh, you see like YouTube channels that say, oh, I brought $100 to $1,000 within a week, or I bought $200 to $2,000 within a few days. Like, it's not realistic. Like, is it possible? Yes, because I've done it before. But at the same time, it's like you get overconfident, and in order for you to take such a small amount of money to a big amount of money, you over leveraging your account. So if you lose a trade, you almost like lost half of your account or blew your whole account. So I don't recommend anybody doing that. If you want to see consistent profits, I would shoot for just making like 20%. Have your lot sizes consistent with the size of your account. So I would shoot for a 20% profit every week if you want to stay on the safe side of things until you're comfortable enough to start trading aggressively. But say if you want to put in $1,000, right? You put in $1,000 in your account, you want a 20%, so you're trying to get $200 in profit for the week, which is good. Like I said, I shoot for consistency. That's my number one thing, and that gets to my number 3 is consistency. I want to try to be consistent to my VIP group to where we at least gonna have at least 50 pips in profit every single week. May not seem like a lot, but trust me, it is, because as long as you see at least 50 pips profit each week, it's 4 weeks in a month, 200 pips a month. So you could do the math if you have a pip calculator, or depending on which currency pair that I send out to the group or you trade. You could do the math. It's a good bit of money. Like, say if you trade at a 0.50 lot size on Euro USD, for instance, and you do 200 pips for the month, I believe it's $1,000. That's an extra $1,000 a month. That you do whatever with. So, or you could just keep it in your account and continually to grow up your account. But like I said, my main thing is getting consistent profit. So I might send out like 3 or 4 trades a week in the VIP group. And if I send out 4 trades and we win all 4 and we up 80 pips in profit, I probably won't send any more trades out for the week, because I want to maintain the profits that we just gained. So it's all about consistency. And unless I see something like a strong trend and I see something like a strong trade that we could, win, then I'll send it. But other than that, if we more than 50 pips in profit for the week, we're done for the week. Keep the money in your account. We get ready, gear up for the next week, start trading for the next week. But yeah, so that's the number 3 thing. And obviously, if y'all message me on the side, I try to get to everybody's messages, try to help everybody as much as I can. So yeah, without further ado, if you're still watching this, I want to go over 2 trades that we went over that I sent to the VIP group. The first one is going to be GBP CAD, and the second one I believe is Euro AUD. I'll probably put on this side like the trades that we had took this week and how many profits they were in profit. But yeah, let me go ahead and switch over. And notice this video, I'm not putting like any, because I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible, so I'm not putting like any, I usually put like effects and stuff on my videos, but I'm not doing none of that. Like, this video is like gonna be completely raw. We getting it down to the nitty and gritty. This is the cold hard facts, like on the title of this video, cold hard facts about Forex. Like, number 1 thing, y'all, is to leave y'all emotions out of it. Like, leave y'all emotions out of it. Y'all, once y'all get into a trade, let the trade rock. You lose, you lose. We'll get into the next one. Because at the end of the day, and something that I forgot to mention to y'all is that me having a 30 pip stop loss means that my entries have to be near perfect. Like, I have to have like really good entries to have such a tight stop loss. Because if you notice, if you've been in other Forex, if you've been in other Forex groups and you notice how people have stop losses between 60 to 100 pips, it's crazy. Like, you lose. So for instance, you get into a trade, somebody says they stop loss at 100 pips, and everybody usually take profit is around 20 pips, right? Take profit 1 is always usually around 20 pips. That's just how people rock it. So if you have a stop loss of 100 pips and you lose that one trade of 100 pips, you back minus 100 pips. And if you want to be a safe trader and take profit 1 on each trade, then it'll take you 5 winning trades just to get your money back. You won't even be in profit. You would need 5 trades just to get your money back, which is ridiculous. Like, what is just extremely ridiculous. So with me having such a tight stop loss of 30 pips, it gives people a chance, obviously, to continually to be consistent. Because if you lose one trade, and as long as you're being consistent, keeping the same lot size, you lose one trade of that minus 30 pips, you can get it right back in a second trade. I mean, you get it right back in a second trade if you choose to take profit 3 or stack positions, or if you want to be completely on the safe side and just take profit 1, you'll get the 20 pips. You'll still be minus 10 pips. But then on the next trade, we win that one, then you'll be profiting 10 pips. You'll be up in profit by 10 pips. You know what I'm saying? So it'll just take 2 trades for you to get right back into the profit versus 6 trades for you to be back in profit. So that's a big reason. Tight stop losses is just important. That's how you're gonna see consistency, or your risk to reward. If you risking 100 pips, I want to see at least 80 pips. Like if I'm risking 100 pips, I want to see me at least get 80 pips out of this trade, if not more. But that's my opinion about it. Some people might feel differently, but if you want to be consistent in this game, that's just the way you have to trade. So without further ado, I'm gonna switch over to let me switch over to the trading screen right now. Okay, now that we switched over to this screen, I'm gonna show y'all the reason on why I took these trades and how much profit you could have made off of these trades if you was to stay, past TP1, TP2, or TP3. Like this GPB CAD trade, for instance, was a very, very good trade to get into. These blue lines, as you can see, are either a line of support or a line of resistance. So let me look at my phone right quick. We entered at 1.73500, and I'll probably post this somewhere on the screen from the VIP group on the signal that I sent. So we went in at, let's see, July 27th at 7 a.m. So right here, we entered at 1.73500. So let me go up. So we entered on this candlestick. Yeah, so about right here, we entered so we entered as soon as this candlestick opened is when we entered at 1.73500. So the reason I took this trade and I believe that it was going to continue up was because of how many times it was touching my support. So I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so you can see a better view. As you can see right here, and this is the hour time frame, guys. So as you can see, whenever it came up right here, look how perfect these touches are. Oh, and by the way, all these numbers that you're seeing, they're all pivot points. They just show you the highs and lows. So basically, I seen two touches here, 1, 2. This one touched 2, but broke through. Look, good touch here. Touches all throughout here. Touch here, here, all throughout here. You keep scrolling. Touches here. Keep scrolling. Here, here. So y'all get the drift. Look how perfect this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 touches right here, and then continually to touch 3 more times right here. Actually 4 more times, because this almost touched 2. So whenever I seen that many touches, I knew that, okay, this is a good ground of support, because it broke through right here, came all the way down, touched here, then came up, did a touch right here, went down, did a touch right here, and all I was doing, I was waiting for the opportunity to get into the trade if it breaks our support at 1.73274, which it did. It broke our level of support right here at 1.73274. Broke that level that level of resistance, because we was at the bottom. So now it's a level of resistance, and then it became a level of support whenever it started bouncing off right here, right here, right here. Came up a little bit, it started bouncing again off of right here. So I waited for the opportunity to get in right here, because this would have been a good opportunity to get in right here. This, you could have got, let's see, 1.2374. Let me go ahead and meet this. Measure this. You could have got roughly about 34 pips if you was to take it right here. But I waited for the next touch. I wanted extra confirmation. So I waited right here. It touched again. I waited for the momentum to get up there. Like I said, I got in around 7. I looked at my MACD. I seen that it was about to cross over again. And then I got in whenever this candle had opened at 1.73500. So I got in Like I said, the time stamp was around 7 a.m. So I got in whenever this had opened. And as you can see, we're gonna go ahead and measure this. At the top, this roughly took 137. Well, actually, oh no, I'm off. Hold on, guys. Let me get a more accurate measurement for y'all, because I believe it was like roughly like 144 pips. All right, let's just do it right here. It's fine. So roughly about, yeah, 145 pips. So this trade went up all the way to 145 pips. Obviously, blue pass TP1, TP2, TP3 obliterated all of that. And what I like to do is use my Fibonacci and then go from 1.73 500. This is close enough. And I like to go off of, sometimes I go off of this, but this is a much heavier line of support. So I like to go right here with drawing my Fibonacci on this high point. And if you zoom out, you can see that, you know, this is the highest point. And we're obviously, if you zoom out some more, we're in an uptrend right now, right? So I went off of this highest point with my Fibonacci. So let's put it right here, right above it. Bam. So I like to take profit at the third yellow line. So I entered this trade. To be honest with y'all, I just took 20 pips from this trade because I was busy that day, and I didn't have time. I like to, whenever I'm going for high risk rewards, I like to watch the trade to make sure I don't have any major pullback, which it really didn't. This trade, we entered right here. This trade had a little bit of pullback right here, but never even got close to our entry, and then just completely shot up and took our profit. We could have took profit right here, right when, you know, it came back down. So that's my first example of what happened. Obviously, we took all three profits, like I said before. So this was a beautiful setup. This is one I wanted to definitely show you guys, because this was a beautiful setup and give y'all an example of how I trade and what I look out for. So you know, you could give so y'all could have more confidence in trading also. All right, now I want to show y'all this next trade that I had got into, which was Euro odd. This is another one that I sent to the VIP group, and I'm gonna show y'all this one right here is like a perfect trade that y'all could have got in on. So let's see, I posted this trade at 9:01 p.m. on July 27th. So we got in around this area right here. 1.60574 was our entry, right? So this line say, okay, so this is close enough, 1.60579. So we got in around this area. Reason we got in around this area is because of obviously this level of support. So let me zoom out once again, show y'all. This is a good level of support, very, very good level of support. As you can see, touches here, 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 all right here, here, and here. It breaks through the level of support, comes down, then touches here, then comes back down, touches 3 times right here. Look how clean this is, y'all. Look how clean. Touches 3 times right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breaks through, starts touching it again. So obviously, y'all could see how good of a level of support it was, and why I decided to take this trade. So, like I said, take profit 1. We got in around this area. Take profit 1 is 20 pips, right? So I believe this trade might have took take profit 2. Let's see. Yeah, so it went up about roughly about 38 pips. So it took take profit 2 because take profit 2 is 30 pips. So it took take profit 2, but then look what happens. That's why I said sometimes you have to be safe, because if we go down here and measure down here, if we would have stayed in this trade to go for take profit 3, we would have lost because it came back down near our entry, and then like I said, our stop loss is 30 pips. It went down 35 pips, so it would have stopped us out if we would have decided to stay in that trade. But again, if you want to be a good trader, you have to look at things like this. So we know that this is in an uptrend. I'm gonna zoom all the way out, guys. We know that this is in an uptrend. As you can see, this is definitely in an uptrend. So I'm gonna zoom back in. So our entry was here, right? So we took profit 1, 2, whatever around here. So we want to continue. We could have got back in on this trade, but I wasn't watching this trade, so I didn't get back in on this one. But I did send in a VIP group. If you in the free group, I did send 2 euro signals that both hit TPs. I believe the first one was somewhere around here, but anyways, and then it went up. But anyways, once this broke through, because I did the same thing, I entered. I think I accidentally entered high, and then it came down, but they didn't end up hitting our take profit anyway. But once it broke through here, y'all just want to watch. So if I was y'all, I would have just set an alert at our entry point of 160579. I would just let it drop. I would have just been waiting until it hit our entry point again. And once it did and it went up, I would have just waited to see the momentum of it. And once I seen that it would have crossed again for a buy and it had really good momentum, I'd have been like, okay, let's enter this trade again, because it's in an uptrend. It's respecting this level right here. So let's go ahead and enter. And guess what? If we would have entered again, I'm gonna just put it right here. We could have took the highest point is right here, 118 pips, guys. 118 pips. We could put for potential profit because this shot up. Now, if you want to ask yourself, oh, well, how I know how high it's gonna go? What's a good indication about how high it's gonna go? Like I said before, you go to your highest point. Right here, this is the highest point, right? So if you wanted to be safe and didn't know how high it was gonna go, the last highest point was around here. So entry to our highest point, that's 65 pips, which is really, really good off of one trade. So you could have took profit around here at 65 pips and still brought in a good amount of money. So that's one example. Like I said before, you just want to watch the charts. Just watch the charts. I send out a signal, go back after you go ahead and put in the signal in MetaTrader. Just go back if you have time. Look at the chart. Look at why I took the signal. Look at the support on why I took that signal. And a lot of signals, could be like this, where it's just opportunities where you just waiting. You set an alert, you just waiting, and once it breaks through, you just wait. And you could just do this on demo. All of this stuff, guys, is gonna make you better traders. You could do all of this stuff is on demo. But yeah, shoot, I'm well over 20 minutes on this video. I didn't mean for this video to be that long, but I just wanted to give y'all as much information as I possibly could to make y'all better traders. Like I said, I'm 100% transparent with y'all. I treat everybody in my VIP group like family. Like we all here to make money. Everybody is here to make money. So I'm gonna try to be more consistent with the videos now that I'm officially back. I'm officially sending out signals. So I'm gonna try to pump out at least 2 videos a week for y'all. If not, it might just be 1, just depending on my schedule. But I'm gonna try to pump out at least 2. If not, it'll be at least 1. It'll be like the same kind of direction as this video right here. I'll be showing y'all, why I'll pick like 2 or 3 trades out of the VIP group that I sent, and I'm gonna give y'all the reason on why I took those trades, so y'all could go back in y'all charts and y'all could see exactly what I did. So that way it'll make y'all better traders and know what to look out for in the future. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video now, guys, because I keep rambling on. But I hope all of y'all got some good information from this video. I hope to see new people in VIP since I just started it back up. I hope to see y'all in VIP. And I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all weekend, man. Have a blessed one. Peace.